Welcome to Calvin, the digital creative school. Hey, what's up everyone? What's up? Welcome to another live stream where we look at the student submissions. Today we have 3 submissions as far as I know. Well, let me move my monitor a little bit so I'm a bit more in the center here. Alright. I'm also going to put on my headphones. More headphones. Alright, here we go. Is that Media? Media, are you already... Oh, that's Jam. Jam, what's up? You're also here.
Hi, Calvin. Yeah.
Hi, hi. Wait, do I say your name correctly?
It's Jaime.
Jaime. Ah, okay, okay. I need to remember that. Jaime. Okay, since you're here right now, I would say let's just go to your submission because I think you submitted something, right?
Yeah, I sent you something about something for Da Vinci. Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay. Let's look at it together here. Share my screen with you. And also here on the live stream. Desktop scene. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let me see. So you wrote, "Hi Calvin, I need some editing help. I make daily Blender tutorials in the vertical format for social media daily, and I want to learn how to make them more engaging. For example, I would like to learn how to make zoom in transitions and motion blur zooms like in the following video." So let's check that out.
Need pipes or cables fast? Hit Shift-A, go to Curve, and select Bezier. In the Object Data tab, go to Geometry, Bevel, and crank that depth slider. Instant cables with no mesh modeling.
Okay, see what you mean, yeah. Additionally, if you have any tips on how I could improve the editing with the purpose of improving retention, it would be huge help. Here's a link to my channel. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's start with the zoom in effects. I have an idea. I mean, I know how to do it, but I'm not sure if it is the most efficient way. But let's just give it a shot. I'm pretty sure there's also, I've seen like a video about like a Resolve add-on that was kind of like made for specifically this, for like doing like zoom ins and close-ups and zoom outs again. Let me just see if I quickly can find that again. Let's Resolve zoom in plugin. Let's see. Magic Zoom. That might be it. Let's see. Magic Zoom. Uninstalling. They made a whole video about uninstalling the add-on. Interesting. Okay. So top right, Magic Zoom. Yeah, this seems to be it, man. Okay, let me. Yeah. Wait. While we're here, I'm gonna also try it out because I'm also curious. I'm gonna put the link here in the chat so everyone can check it out. I'm also gonna put in my email address to get it, and let's give it a shot because I'm also pretty interested in how well this works. Because there's a way to do it like manually in Resolve, of course, with just doing fusion like adjustment layers that I've done in the past. But honestly, it is a lot of manual work. So let's see if this add-on changes that, because that would be really good.
Yeah, it's very time consuming to put keyframes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it should be much easier. So maybe this add-on will help all of us. Okay, download. Noise. Okay, installing. Double click. Nice. Okay, so installation seems to be pretty straightforward. They say you just have to double click on the effect. Let's see. So Magic Zoom, I just... Oh, here we go. Okay, install. This will add it to your library. Install. Nice. Okay, then let's do a new project here. Magic Zoom test. Okay, then I'm just gonna drop in a random video that I have. Let's see. Maybe like a little... I've got a lot of footage here right now. Maybe I'll just use one of those. Actually... Okay, I'll just drop this in, let's see. Okay. Yo, Scared, what's up? Yo, why is baby no money in Calvin's stream? Who this guy with the mustache? Baby no money. You think I look like him? That guy looks pretty cool, I think. Alright, so let's see. So we should have the effect now in here somewhere. Toolbox. Oh, here it is. Magic Zoom free. I'm just gonna drop it on the whole video. Let's see what happens. Inspector. Ah, here it is. Okay. Oh, I think it already did its thing. Maybe this footage is not the best example because it's already zooming in and stuff. So maybe let's just use one singular image. Maybe that's gonna make it a bit clearer. Where do I have just one image? I guess I'll just use this one. Okay. So, Magic Zoom on this guy here. And, okay. Okay, so it just starts. Oh, okay, cool. So it zooms in automatically. And then, before the clip ends, it will also zoom back out to its original position. And let's see if we have some overlays here. Effects. Okay, now we don't have any overlays. That would have been extra cool if they added overlays. But let's see. Upgrade, zoom in point. Ah, okay, and then you can also decide at what point it should zoom in the video. Very cool. And then the zoom out point, and then it will start zoom out. Yeah, dude, this add-on is honestly seems to be exactly what you need. It seems also to be very straightforward on how to use it.
Yeah, it looks amazing. That's the... I guess it works in the latest version of Resolve.
Yeah, I have... oh no, I actually don't have the latest version. I have version 20, but there's version 20.1 out already. But yeah, it should still work.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have motion blur here also. Pivot. Oh, is this like the... Ah, okay, this is the focus point where it should zoom in on. You can change that here. And down, constant zoom. You can enable a constant zoom. Yeah, this add-on is... this plugin is pretty cool.
Oh my god, you saved me, Calvin. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah, I'm happy I saw this video at some point. I think I saw it like a few months ago. Yeah, now it came in handy, so I could help you. Very nice. Okay, let's go to your second part of your question here. You also asked, additionally, if you have any tips on how I could improve the editing with the purpose of improving retention. It would be a huge help. Use the link to my channel. Let's check it. YouTube. Retention. So you said you're focusing on making shorts, right? Should we look at those?
Yes, short, those ones.
Okay. Let's just click a random
Así
one
es
here.
como puedes ocultar esas líneas negras molestas en Blender. Bueno, aquí tengo este modelo de una grúa que tiene bastantes huesos. Tiene también esas líneas negras que pueden ver aquí. Then the content and then just like an outro. That's my structure right now.
Okay. Something that I notice right now is that I think the camera angle could be a bit better because it's kind of like looking from below onto you, right? So it's distorting your face a little bit, and like also you looking down makes you look a little bit more tired. So I think if you have like a camera on eye level or even like a little bit from above, I think that's usually people like it when there's like a little bit looking down perspective. Should also make you look more awake, because it's actually a trick. Like when you feel tired, you can just like look up into the sky, and it will make you a little bit more awake immediately.
Alright, thank you.
Let's look at some other examples. I want to see like
Aquí te
your
muestro los
format here.
settings que puedes usar para
Okay, yeah, here it's already a bit more eye level. Yeah, that's immediately feels better.
más rápido en Cycles. Si yo le doy render así, sin hacerle ningún cambio, bueno, básicamente ya pasó un minuto y apenas van 34, 40 samples.
Yeah, that's the
entonces
only
no voy a
video
hacer-
where I'm like on a weird angle because I'm on another computer, but
Mhm.
the rest of them is like in front.
seguir
Ujú.
renderizando, y lo que vamos a hacer ahora es irnos a Edit Preferences y vamos a seleccionar en el Render Devices, vamos a irnos a Optics o CUDA y vamos a seleccionar
Just
solamente
teaching
la
people
tarjeta
how to render faster.
Ah, okay.
Like
gráfica. Después vamos a irnos a
I understand a little bit of Spanish, so I'm trying. Like this is also interesting for me to like see if how much I can understand.
aquí a la parte de Render Settings. Vamos a cambiarle esto de CPU a GPU Compute y vamos a irnos a
Ajá.
Render y los settings que puedes usar para renderizar más rápido en
I mean that's cool already. Like that you do a little a little, I guess, like meme or like a reference here with the speed
Te
racer.
muestro los settings que puedes usar para renderizar más rápido en
Yeah,
Cycles.
and you show a
thinking in
result.
including that, but like funny videos or references to something like that, memes.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's a great way to start it. I mean, I think like these
Aquí te muestro
memes references shouldn't last too long, but the length that you have of it right now, I think is good. But yeah, honestly, like in videos like informational videos like this, I think how you do it is usually pretty good because people want to get the information, right? Like, so, like I think there's more of an audience of people who are looking for solutions, and then they find videos of yours, and if they're straight to the point, I think people will stick around. But there's also, of course, the other way where you just make like a really fun thing out of it, and I think it depends on if you want to gather an audience, right? Like if you want to have like regular viewers watching you, or if you want to have like singular videos that are doing well. Because like the mix you have here right now is, I think, still a little bit more interesting for people who find like singular solutions. But if you want to build a viewership, then you could lean more into like making memes. And what comes to my mind right now, like when you do tips like this, is to create like 3D scenes that kind of like go into that theme, right? Like for example, when you make a short about increasing the render time in Blender, then yeah, I mean, obviously it would be cool if you had like a scene that was extremely demanding, and also if there was like something fun that would get revealed out of the noise, for example, right? Like if you start off with a very noisy image and you can't like really make out what, like maybe there's a text, but you can't really make it out because it's very, very noisy. And then at the end, when it's not noisy anymore and you can read it, maybe it like says something funny or something like a funny reference to something to like, yeah, have kind of like a little bit of storytelling, I guess, in your shots, in your informational shots. Let me look at a few more of your
Utiliza
videos.
Quad View para ver tu modelo desde varios ángulos en Blender. Solamente tenemos que irnos a View, después vamos a irnos aquí a Area y vamos a activar esto de Toggle Quad View. Y eso nos va a activar, nos va a mostrar estas 4 vistas distintas de nuestro modelo. Si yo aplico un cambio en el modelo en una de las pantallas, se va a aplicar en todas las demás. Y si queremos regresar a la vista que teníamos antes, otra vez vamos a View, Area y Toggle Quad View. También podemos irnos aquí, View y después Area y le damos Horizontal Split. Y si queremos, podemos seleccionar aquí en esta esquina y lo arrastra a la derecha.
I'm also like thinking if you could, because I think in the beginning it's really good to like show your face, right? To like have kind of like to make people realize who they're watching, right? And kind of like if they saw you already, to give them a recognition factor. But I think at some point it might be more valuable to have more of the information on screen. So maybe like after you explained the core concept, you could remove the video of you and just show more of the user interface, more of the screen, and then maybe come back full screen once in a while for like saying something more personal. Like if you like, I think that's a cool thing in general. Like if you sprinkle in little personal stories, like not like telling whole stories, but just like little things, like for example that you had a project where it took 1 day to render a scene, but no more after I learned this, you know, and you could have like this part like full screen of your face or even of the project that you're talking about. Yeah, I think in general a little bit more variety in what you're showing. Also with the editing, right? Because you have it pretty consistent right now, where you have your face down here and the monitor up here, which is good for information. But yeah, I think it's worth to mix it up a little bit more. Does that? Yeah. Okay. Does that help you?
Yeah,
Do you have like
I-
another specific question about this?
No, actually, I see what you're saying. I actually really love the tip of the zoom because I think my zooms were just too linear, and maybe that's maybe making people feel that it's not that smooth as a transition. So and we'll try to keep the content more diverse, and also I know, for example, when I'm doing like the notes. Material nodes, they just remove my face so everyone can see the screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is not enough room.
Yeah. Some here Wrench also suggested adding English subtitles, and like I think it's like I personally don't like subtitles, but I know a lot of other people do, so I'm not sure what the best way for subtitles is. But I guess it's good because most people like subtitles.
Yeah, I tried subtitles too, but it just made the process a little bit more longer, and didn't see an increase in retention. So
I
just
see.
kept it like that.
Yeah. I mean, I personally also don't like subtitles, so for me, that's fine. But if you want to create subtitles quicker, I'm not sure if you're already using Resolve Studio or if you're on the free version.
Yeah, I'm on the free one, so there is no
Okay.
subtitles.
Yeah, because the studio version has automatic subtitle generation from audio, which is really good. So yeah, if you want to make that process easier, you can upgrade to Studio, which is honestly a great deal. Studio has so many cool features. All right, man. Yeah. Do you want to know anything else, like any other specific question?
No, that's all. I think I'm really happy with the tip. Honestly,
Okay,
we'll use it right now.
nice, nice. I'm happy to hear that. All right, yeah. Then I'll go to the next one. Let's see what else we have. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Complete. Marked as complete. I also got a submission from Veet. Veet, if you are watching, please join the Discord so we can work on it together. I'm gonna open your submission up already, see what it is. Ah, Media is also here. What's up, Media?
Hello. I can come to the stream chat, please.
Hello. Yes, wait.
Up there.
Halber. The principal said, hello.
Hello, hello. Media, are you ready right now? Would you like to start getting into your short film? You're muted.
Media said, yes, I would like to start.
Ah, okay. So you're using text to speech. I see. All right. Cool. So Veet, I just said I'm gonna get into your submission, but since Media is here right now, I would do it with her. If you are still available, just join the
I
live
can
stream.
wait.
No, that's fine, Media. We will start with you. But yeah, Veet, if you are still here, let me know, and then we will go together through your submission after Media's. All right. So with Media, we have. Let me just set up a few things here. I need to switch over to her workspace. Tasks. Okay, here are the tasks. And let me open up the your animatic once more. Yep. Addition animatic. Yeah, this should be it. Okay, I'm gonna switch over back to my desktop, everyone. Here we go. Okay, so Media is, to just catch everyone up, Media is working on a short film, 3D animated short film that she wrote and that she wants to create. I think it's her first full-length short film, right? Okay, timeline 1.
Media said, yes.
Yes, okay, so your first full-length short film, which is really exciting. So, okay, I'm gonna open up the new animatic here in the timeline and we're gonna watch it one more time. I've watched it already on my own time off stream, but yeah, let's just give it another watch. Oh, I remembered I need to convert it because Linux doesn't support AAC audio, which is very sad. Do a quick conversion here. Replace audio and then convert to PCM, or actually let's just do MP3. Start. Okay. Here we go. Replace audio. Okay. Alright, let's watch it.
How did you find me? Oh, glad you're here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. What happened? What's going on? It's my mind playing tricks on me. At least I can walk. At least there's still something between me. I have to move this. I'm getting out. There it is, the light. Yes. I made it.
All right, yeah, I think it works. There's like I personally still think this segment is a little long here after the father disappears, but it's honestly fine. Like if you think you yeah, if this feels right to you, we can totally go forward with this. Actually, I think we should go forward. Yeah, let's go. Let's get into planning
Media
those
said,
tasks.
I can shorten it in the main production.
Yeah, we can still change it while we're producing it. Yeah, it's just important to, yeah, as I already said, like, get the animatic as close as feeling good as possible. Yeah, because it's easiest to do that while animating or while doing the animatic. But yeah, let's just go ahead and create our tasks now. Alright, so we already started a little
Yes,
bit. We have...
thank you for your support to make it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm happy you made it. I'm happy you, made the animatic and already, like, yeah, recorded temporary voice and some sound effects, and also the video effects you added to it already are, yeah, also really helpful to understand how it should feel. So yeah, great job so far. Okay, so we have already a shot list here. Nice reveal. Let's do this as a sidebar. Okay. So I'm thinking. Let's just make sync up. Let's make sure we have all the shots that you have in the animatic here in the shot list. So I'm just gonna break this up like this, and then let's go through them. Okay, so eyes reveal. That's here, that's the beginning, yes. Actually, we can use Resolve's automatic scene cut detection to already, like, have a little bit of help on where the shots start, detect scene cuts, and then Resolve will go through the edit and cut it up where it detects cuts. So fast. Here's on top, yes. Okay. Right, now we have some cuts here. Okay, perfect. Alright, so there's the first one, face reveal. POV blinking. Okay, so that's happening afterwards. We have a little bit of a different shot here. Okay, I think that the sequence is a little bit different. Media is this. I think this is the outline, right? Like this is our idea here with the POV blinking, right? Like where you see the outlines from the eyes from the inside, basically. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, we have the eye reveal and then the reverse. We see it blinking.
Said, yes.
Perfect, nice. So afterwards we have the shoulder lift. Yeah, so it's disappearing. Okay, you've added a little bit of a breathing moment here. Yeah, this is something new, I think. So we have the POV blinking. Between POV blinking and shoulder lift, we have this panic moment here. It looks like a medium shot, right? Like where we see the whole upper body. So yeah, if you want that, we should add that here to the task list. POV blinking, shoulder lift. So how did we do it earlier when we added a new shot? Ah, another point. Oops. Okay. Okay, so. Ah, shit. Don't open it. It's fine, I need another one. Okay. POV blinking, shoulder lift. So, yes, let's duplicate this one here. Call this point 2. Heavy breathing. Notification duplicate, yes. And then we also rename this one to 0.01. Just want to make sure that everything we need to do is actually in the list, so we don't forget anything. Okay, did it get... yeah, it got duplicated, but it's not in the right position. I think we have to sort it by name, probably. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. We need to put it in its right spot manually. So let's take this and put it here. Okay, there we go. Heavy breathing. I'm gonna remove all of these here.
Midia said, actually we should delete the remembering part 2 when she remembers what happened, that she's stuck there.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna get to that too. Okay, I'm gonna grab a screenshot here of this and put it there. Okay. Heavy breathing, nice, okay. Then after that we have shoulder lift. Yeah, which is indeed coming afterwards. Yeah, pretty cool. The hands getting revealed, and then okay, and then they start to disappear. Okay. Okay, that's cool. We have a little like a little cut back to the eyes here. So I would say let's treat this as one shot, right? Because it's easier to animate these sequences if they are kind of like a continuous action as one shot, and then in the edit just separate them, right? So I wouldn't create separate tasks for these shots, even if they're just separated by editing, because they kind of are just like a continuation here of the eyes, which comes back here. So yeah, let's just treat it as one shot. What I've seen here is that you have made these cool drawings, so I would actually put them here in the description, so it's a bit clearer on what's happening. I'm just gonna, yeah, copy this one, I think. Yeah. Just gonna put this in here. Okay, shoulder lift. Yes. I'm switching out. Midia, I think you should maybe go in here and like put a little bit of like description into these shots here, right? Like to just like write a few words on what's happening. For example, here she is looking at her hands. They are disappearing in the darkness. Yeah, you don't need to.
Midia said, sure.
Yeah, you don't need to put too much information on this, because like since it's mostly you doing everything and you don't need to communicate much information to anyone else, it's not super necessary. But just to get into the habit of yeah, producing, like managing projects, I think it's worth to just do it a little bit, the minimum. Right, so we have arms disappearing here. Very cool, long sequence. And then this sequence here starts, which is arms reaching out, right? Hand on chest. Did we cut this? Oh no, I think this was... Wait, Media, do you still have hand on chest? Hand on chest. Is this the hand on chest shot? Like you want to show her touching her chest in this shot here? Arms reaching out. Here we have the arms reaching out shot here. I'm also gonna replace it with your drawing here since it's a bit more detailed. Hands on chest. Hands on chest is afterwards. Yeah, I think that's the same thing. And after that we have the far away orbit.
Midia
Yes.
said, I don't remember honestly, I will check it after the stream.
Okay, but right now it seems like it kind of matches up. At least we have a shot here in the list where there's also a shot in the edit. Okay, then we have this orbiting action happening here. Big orbit action. And then knees on the floor. Got that. We got POV, blinking hands on the floor. Yeah, she's blinking to the memories. Yes, we got the memories. Live action memories. Yes, very good. Memories prison. And then this is the memories prison. Exactly. Ah, okay, here we added a few more close-ups. Yeah, we have a few more close-ups here in the task, which is, I think, a good idea, like to show. But like honestly, in your edit, it's not such a long moment, so it should be fine to just show it from one perspective. Yeah. Yeah, it should be fine to just show it from this one perspective and the camera's moving away, revealing more and more memories. But I did like the idea of like having these close-ups with memories around her. So I'll just leave it how it is right now, and you can see later if you want to do more shots here or if this one a long shot is enough. Her reflection, human-shaped silhouettes. Yes, that is happening afterwards, right here. Right, what is this? Oh, is this just a line? Okay. Let's put one of these drawings you made in there. Can't I copy that? What's happening? Ah, here we go. I need to remove or hide the comments. Yeah, there we go. Then I can copy the image. Put it in the description so it's easier to see. Okay, cool. So we got that. A light appears. Yeah, we got that also in the edit here. Do we have any... here's the image, okay. I'm also gonna put that in the description so it's a bit easier to find. Okay, and then afterwards we have the dad reveal, which is new, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's figure out if... Raising hands, searching for the walls. So I think that is new. This we can already, again, put it in the description so it's a bit easier to see. Okay, so we need to add the dead sequence here in between. The light appears, so I'm gonna just create new tasks. Yeah, I wish there was a way to like create new tasks in between. Okay, so let's just duplicate this, I guess. Yo, was geht ab?
You're on stage?
Yeah, I'm live,
Oh my
helping
God.
Media with her short
Say
film.
hello. Ooh.
Hello. Oh, this is
Yes,
Mr. Eric. Okay, let's make a 0.2, 1.12.2. That reveal. Yes, no notifications, that's unnecessary. Okay, this one, light appears, let's make this 0.01. That reveal is right here. That reveal, okay, so that is the that reveal. We need a screenshot of that. Bam. I'm gonna remove all of this description here. That appears, okay, and then head searching. Yeah, and then we have her crying. That's new. Yeah, that's new, I think. Yeah, okay, so let's duplicate this again. Call this eyes crying. 3. Then I'm also gonna put this here in the description. Oh, still have the old screenshot. Right. New screenshot. Okay, there we go. Eyes crying. Okay, after that we have the raising hands, touching walls. Yes, we have that. We cut back to the eyes crying. So we just, yeah, and then cut back. So, okay, so this is just a cutting back and forth. That's fine. This is also kind of a continuation of her crying, but more intensely. But we do need the dad disappearing as its own shot, because that needs special treatment probably. Okay, so that means using hands. That reveal, yes, okay, let us yeah, let's just duplicate this one. .02 that disappears.
Media said, I wish I edited that part before our session. Sorry for that.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we did it like the most efficient way, we would have done the task list after the animatic's done, but it's no problem, not a biggie. That disappearing, yes, put it here. Raising hands, okay, let's put this as a 0.01. Then 0.02, that disappears. Can we get like a screenshot where it's a bit more clearer? Oh yeah, here. Yeah, let's get that. Okay, and then we have the memory from yesterday. I think you cut that, right? She's crying more intensely. That can just be the continuation of the eyes crying shot. Okay, and then the camera shows her bending, holding her head, and the mirror appears on it. Is this still current? Is this still in the video? Going back to this. Okay, but I think
Midia said,
This
yes,
shit, yeah.
but I think there is a part she's walking and thinking that her mind plays tricks on her.
Okay, wait, did we have this shot already in our list? Yeah, because the memories from yesterday, this image wasn't in the edit, so wait. Yeah, this shot isn't in the edit, so this shot is not, we don't need this shot anymore, right?
Exactly.
Okay, nice. Then let's just remove it. Actually, let's archive it so we can still get it back if we need. Okay, that disappears, and then after he disappears, we have the eyes crying, that's fine. And then we have this light, seeing the light through her eyes. And I guess we don't have that yet, right? Camera. Ah, this is it. Okay. Stronger light, breeze. Okay, so I think we should change the number of this then. Copy image. Okay, so that means this comes after the dead reveal. So let's change the number here. Dead reveal, that is 12. It's crying, dead disappearing. So that is 13.3, I guess. 13.3. Yeah. Dead disappearing. Strong light breeze. That seems right. Oh. Okay, we have that, yes. And then afterwards, she's searching more. That can just be a continuation of 13.1. Then we have this shot here. Is that the wind around her? I guess not. Staring at the sky. Media, is this a new shot, like a new idea here, with the particles on top above her head?
Midia said, the light? Or the wind?
Wind around her. So, is this what you drew here? Is this the wind around her shot? Because I'm not super sure what shot this is or what this is showing, I guess. Yeah.
The light just gets closer, but the wind can be felt with some effect and sound.
Okay, the light gets closer. The light gets closer. So are we looking through her eyes here? Yeah, I'm just not sure what kind of shot this is, because it's also, I guess because it's also not like 16:9, right? So I'm not sure if this is a sketch or how you want to frame the shot, right? Like what's in the shot? I'm a bit confused.
Yes, looking through her eyes.
Ah, okay, I see. So kind of like something similar to this, right? Like, yeah.
Yes.
So I see. Okay. So I guess we can just treat it as a continuation of this. Or do you want to have something else, like special, happening in this version of the shot? Otherwise, we don't need to create a special shot if it's kind of just like a continuation of this.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, in general, it is always really cool to mix things up and to like reveal new information in every shot, right? Because if you don't reveal anything new in a shot, then what's the point of the shot, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, let's think about what could be revealed here. She's walking. She sees she's walking more. Wait, let me look. Yeah, I mean, she's getting really close at this point. So that disappears.
What happened? What's going on? Where's playing tricks on me?
What could be revealed here? I'm not super sure. Because we know she's going towards
What
the
about
light. The wind. For me, the wind was kind of like a first sign that she is not trapped, right? That there is a exit. So I think revealing the wind this late at this point doesn't add much new information, because we're already like with the light, it already kind of like feels like there's an exit, and I think she also says something like there's an exit or something. Is my mind playing tricks on me?
At least I can walk. At least there's still something.
What about making the light closer and a bit mesmerizing?
Mesmerizing. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just like make this feel like she's getting hope back up, right? Like if you make this light source, yeah, like you say, mesmerizing and beautiful and like interesting, like kind of like moving. Maybe that is like the information that she is has hope, like that this light gives her hope. Yeah, yeah, we can just go with that for now. Went around her. Went around her. Finding the way out. This is the shot with the stones, right? Yes. Don't have an image for that yet. Yeah, let's put this image in here. It's a very, very nice drawing. Image. Okay, nice. So I guess the wind around her would be this shot. Yo, what's up? Who joined the call? Oh, it's Veet. Nice, nice. Veet, we're gonna go into your submission after working on Media's short film here for a moment. Okay, went around her. Stronger light breeze. We have that here. This is a continuation. Yeah, and then we can basically turn the wind around her shot into this here. Okay, so let's do that. And then light becomes... Oh, let's just call it mesmerizing light. Mesmerizing light. Oh, I think I wrote that wrong. Mesmerizing? Mesmerizing, I think. Yeah. Okay, is the number still correct? No, it's just a straight up 14. 1.14. Okay. Back to the walking. Yeah, then the finding the way out. Very nice.
Getting out. There it is. The light. Yes.
Okay. Barefoot in the grass. We have that. We don't have an image yet. Oh no, we have an image. Alright, let me just copy this in here in the description. Okay, Okay, then we have staring at the sky. This is with the character though, yeah. Okay, so the close-ups here, nature close-ups. Let's turn those into like a new task here. Barefoot on the grass, yeah, let's duplicate this. Nature close-ups. I'm just gonna do it as one task for now, because I think you will be able to just like use the task as building the environment and then just placing the camera in different locations and just like trying to find nice shots. So nature close-ups, yes. Barefoot in the grass, so that is 0.01. And the nature close-ups. Here we go. I'm gonna delete the description that already was here and then add these reference images you have here. This one. Ah, this one's nice with the leaf. The leaf shot might need a little bit special attention with like making some water simulation here. Like, not a simulation, but just like some dynamics, some water surface movement. Okay. Then we have the staring at the sky shot. Look at the sky, I'm still here. I'll be alive next year. Okay, and then looking back at the cave exit. Alright, cool. Yeah, we got everything. That's all the shots, and now we go into adding some tasks, like what do we need? Like the main character, we already started a little bit. We have the protagonist girl. Now we also have the father, so let's add father here. Father. 3D environment, we have the cave
Media
exit.
says, thank you. Oh, can't wait.
Let's go. Okay, father, environment, cave exit, beautiful forest looking back, yes. The cave, the inside cave is pretty particular for every shot, so yeah, it's not really an environment that we need to build. Okay, is there anything else? Not really. I think asset-wise, it's a pretty minimalistic movie. Animatic. I'm just gonna tick this off. You finished the animatic, but actually, let me change the statuses here. Because custom field, yeah, because there should be like an in progress thing. Let's make that yellow. To do, in progress, complete. Okay, so animatic is officially finished.
Should I make the father too?
Yeah, I mean you need it, right? You need him, right? Like if you want to show him, you need to you need to make him. You can also use tools that make it easier to create a character, but if you want to be consistent with like consistent art style, and especially if he is the father, then they should look similar, right? Like they should look like they are in the same family, so you should make sure that however you create those characters, that they have the same art style, the same art direction. Okay, yeah, I think asset-wise, that should be it. We can already like start getting into... Wait, do we have estimation here? Time estimation? Is that a pro feature?
Is there any other way to make it? I mean, should I really create the whole body and head in Blender?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, since we don't see him so much, we see him only from the front. Lol. You don't need to put so much effort into him probably, because he doesn't need to move so much, right? Like it looks like the shots where we have him are kind of limited. We don't see his back, we only see him from the front. We maybe only really see his silhouette. So I think you could just get away with creating a sculpt, right? Like sculpting the character, and then just creating like a very rudimentary rig to just like make him move a little bit. Yeah, so I think you would need to create him, but you can make him with much less detail than the protagonist.
It takes me forever. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Damn. Okay, wait, I wanted to get the time estimate field because they are very useful. But do we need to activate it still? Wait, let me see. Like, let me just move this over here for a moment. Estimate. Maybe that is like a app or something. Apps. Ah, okay, here they are. Okay, wait, let's look at them. There should be like a way to add time estimate. Time estimates, yes, here we go. Okay, nice, we got it. Hours per day, display in hours. Okay, this is roll up also useful. Duration also useful. Oh, okay, this is a pro feature. Okay, cool, but we got the time estimates now, which is really useful.
Lydia said, okay, creating the father, 2 months. Smiley face emoji.
Let's activate the time estimate field here. Okay, so now we can go in and kind of like estimate how long each task will take. So, yeah, I don't know your full skill when it comes to character creation. So let's just kind of like find the middle ground of what I think how long it will take you, and you tell me how long it will take you. So for the protagonist girl, what do you think how long it will take you to create her?
I don't know, I created the head in 4 days, but I need to work on the head still.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, when I work with professional character creators, usually creating a hero character takes a lot of time. Like they sometimes tell me like a month or so. And I think for you that's also kind of realistic, because you especially need a lot of control over her eyes, right? Like the eyes need to work and look really well.
Exactly.
And your main characters also, I mean, most of what we see during the movie, right? So I think it's really important to give it a lot of attention. So honestly, I think 1 month is a good estimation, especially if you're learning it. Like it's also kind of like investing time into figuring things out and learning like separate things that you need for creating a whole character. So
Yes, I agree.
nice. Okay, so let's just put in 3 weeks. Can we do that? Yes. Okay. 168 hours. Honestly, that's kind of hard to read. Maybe we should...
Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Let's actually change the setting here. Wait, where was it? Apps. Yeah, so that is not apps. Wait, where was it? App Center, yes. Estimate. Let's do days. Yeah, that should be a bit easier to understand then. 3 weeks. Yeah, that's better. Okay. protagonist girl 3 weeks. And then for the father, you shouldn't put too much time into the father. Maybe let's say, like, you do the girl and then you have like all the techniques down to create a character. So let's say for the dad you shouldn't take longer than, let's say 4 days, which already seems a lot since he's just in one shot. Let's try to do him in 3 days. I think that's realistic. Yeah. So I think we can really create the father in a very limited way, where he still works but doesn't need to have a lot of detail. Okay, the environment, cave exit. What do you think? How much time will it take you to create this environment, this cave exit environment? Oh, we don't have any images here. Looking better at the cave, yeah, this should be it.
Okay, because it's my first work, I don't know. And also I have no idea how to create it, you know? So I really have no idea how much time for that. What do you think?
Okay, so yeah, it depends if you want to learn a lot, if you want to like create a lot of things from scratch and like learn a lot of skills about creating environmental assets and nature assets, or if it's more important for you to create a short film, right? Like if you just want to learn about storytelling and creating shots and environments. What do you want to focus on? Both.
I also want to learn, so it's the perfect opportunity to learn and create stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I'm also very slow and I don't have a teacher, and I have to all the time search in YouTube for every single thing that I want to create. So I don't know exactly how much time.
I mean, yeah, it would be
And
cool.
also the cave inside. Inside the cave is kind of completely dark with some. I don't know if that. I don't know how to create that.
What effect do you mean? Like the beginning when we are inside of the cave?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I think we're gonna figure that out for each shot individually, because like you said, like there's not really much or anything you can see, so it's more about what each shot tells us, right? So yeah, I don't think we need a special environment for the inside of the cave. Just this.
Were you saying? Were you talking about the outside of the cave?
Yes, the outside. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I also like to work in a mixed way. I mean, I create some part of it, and I can just have some prepared. I don't know. It's like some prepared trees or prepared.
Yeah, we could do that, but then it's always a question of continuity in the art style, right? Like depending on how you want the environment to look like, if you use already made assets, then it's always a bit difficult to make it feel like it's all in the same world, because everybody creates 3D objects a little bit different, and textures always look a little bit different. So maybe it's worth for you to create a little bit of a mood board about how you want the nature outside and the environment, the cave outside, to look like. If you want it to look kind of like realistic, like in the image here, or if you want it to be more stylized, maybe like Pixar or like Spider-Verse, you know, like there's so many different art styles, and depending on that, we could see if the art style you want to go with is feasible for you to create on your own, or when it comes to like photorealism, for example. If you want photorealism, I would say it's worth to already use pre-created assets, because they are really hard to make, and there already exist so many well-made assets that are photorealistic. So yeah, depends on how you want it to look.
So there are two questions here.
Mhm.
So one of them, you said if I want to make it like artistic and not realistic,
Mhm.
I think I should make every single thing in these like forest shots,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be my and also I have no idea. I mean, you are the professional here. I have no idea how to make those personal assets.
Mhm.
I mean, which kind of art? I don't know, style can I use to create those environment?
Yeah.
Environment.
Yeah. It's it again depends on the art style, right? Like how we create the assets depends on how they should look like. Do you already have, I guess, like maybe like a movie or an animation that you want to go into, like which style you would like to imitate, or do you have like your own drawings, concept art that you want to go towards?
Not exactly, but I always love those anime style. So, I don't know, but I don't know if it's even close to what I want to make. But there are some animes that I like the style. Is
Okay.
that possible? I mean,
Yeah. We can.
something that-
There are cool ways to create like kind of like anime looking shots, anime looking 3D animation these days. So you know what?
Yeah.
Let us create a whiteboard. Can we do that here? Yes. Okay. So I've created a whiteboard here in the next to the task lists. You see this, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I would like you to go and look at stuff, look at anime or look at 3D animation, and put screenshots of it here in the whiteboard, and kind of like organize it and like create a mood board on how you want it to look like. And I think then we can much easier see how much work it will be or how exactly we will do it.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I would say the environments we're gonna skip time estimate for now, so you have time to like figure out how they should look like in general. But we can still put a little bit of estimate here on the shots, like how much work they will be. Let's see. Eyes reveal. Okay, so the eyes reveal is mostly character animation, a little bit of lighting probably. I don't think we need to go into detail or like put more subtasks on these shots. I think we can just use them as they are and just like see how much time it would take to create them, since you're also like creating most of the things yourself. So let's say eyes reveal shot. Usually I personally kind of do like 3 days minimum for each individual shot, and then depending on how complex they are, I would add time to that. So the eyes reveal, since it is the first shot of the movie, I think it would put in a little bit extra time. Oh, Sai is here. What's up, Sai? No intro and outro for World's Next Door Challenge? Not yet. No. There are other priorities right now. But later. Okay, so let's say, because this is the first shot of the movie and it really needs to show the people what they're in for and like make them feel like, oh, I need to watch this. Let's just put in, and also I think we can experiment a lot with the style in this shot, with going back and forth between both of us. Let's put in 6 days for this first shot. just to have time to really develop it.
I mean, working on the eyes, I mean, eye moving and cave environment, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the cave you see here because I think it's just the
Yeah.
eyes, right? So as far as I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Sai asks, what are we doing? Sai, our community member Media is creating a short film, and yeah, we're just helping her to organize it and pull it off, basically. Okay, next we have the POV blinking, and this one is pretty simple, right? We only have kind of like the outside of the eye, and we see darkness inside, and then the eye blinking. So this should be pretty easy. So yeah, let's do 2 days. It shouldn't take longer than that. Okay, then we have...
You know, another thing that I wanted to ask,
Yeah.
if I make the forest in a kind of realistic style, I can just use your YouTube video idea, like scanning and just uploading it. I'm
Yeah.
scanning several times.
Yeah,
But I
you
don't
could do
know,
that.
I don't want to make it easy and then the final result is not really nice and interesting. So yeah. I don't know.
Definitely, like I said, like look at a lot of references over the next days, a lot of like animations and stuff, and just collect everything that you want to go for with this project. Sai says 2 days to blink the eye. That's really heavy eye right there. yeah, but I mean, you can totally also do it faster, but I like to put a lot of buffer when working on projects, so you just have time to get it into the right place, get it exactly how you want it to look like. Oh yeah, heavy breathing. Heavy breathing, yes. So we have this shot here. This is the first time we see her upper body, so this is also gonna be a little bit of like a first, but I think it should be fine. Like I would say 5 days of work. Maybe even less. Let's do 4 days. Shoulder lift. Hands. Okay. Oh, this shot. Yeah, this shot is very complex. The shot has a lot of cool ideas, a lot of moving parts. She looks at her hands, they're disappearing in the darkness. So this has pretty detailed character animation, right? Like hands are, like for me personally, hands are easy to animate. They're fun to animate, but yeah, they still need a lot of animation. So, and it's also a long sequence. And then you have those abstract parts of the effects and stuff. So I would say this one is kind of like one of the highlight moments of the movie. So it should get special attention. I would personally say like maybe even like 1.5 weeks to like also experiment with a few ideas on how the hands can disintegrate and stuff. What do you think, Media?
I think 1 week, yeah, 1 week, I think.
1 week?
I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I think.
Okay, then let's, I said 1.5 weeks, you said 1 week, so let's do 1 week and 2 days, okay? Alright, 1 week, 2 days. I think that's how it works, right? Yeah, there we go. Arms reaching out. Okay, this shot is also interesting. Shouldn't be too complicated, so let's just say, I would say like 3 days.
Yeah, okay.
Then we have hand on chest. This should also be fine, especially since in the edit you only had it like for a short moment. It didn't look like a long shot, so yeah, let's also do the minimum of like 3 days for a normal 3D animated shot here. Sai has a question. What do you do when you feel completely lost and empty working on a project? Now I have 3 projects lined up. Oh man, that's super difficult. I mean, honestly, usually the best thing is to take time off, but that's not always possible, right? So the next best thing is to organize your work in small steps, right? Like really think of like all the small steps you can take, so you can at least do one thing every day. So it feels to you like every day you're making progress. There's like not anything that you can't do in one day, because then if you're already like in this mental space of feeling lost and empty, and you have like a day where you couldn't finish anything, then that feeling is just going to get stronger. So yeah, make sure when you plan your project to have your tasks so small that you can finish at least one every day. And I've also started using like a concentration technique recently, which is called Pomodoro, I think. Pomodoro, yes. Look up Pomodoro. Here, this is how it's written, I think. There's like apps for your smartphone and whatever, and it's basically just a timer where you work for 25 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break, you work again for 25 minutes, that repeats like 3 times, and then you take a longer break, like 15 or 25 minutes, and that basically just repeats. And I've used that last week when I was also feeling like I couldn't concentrate, and it really helped, because it always felt like, oh, okay, I just need to push for a little bit, and then I can relax for a moment, maybe play a little game, and then I just need to push a little bit more. So yeah, try that out. Okay, let's get back. Oh, Media, maybe you have a tip? Do you want to add a tip here?
At that time, when I have that feeling, I just think about it. But for example, when I'm working on something in 3 days, it's done, and I think about that moment that it's done, and I get energy from that moment, and I start doing it again, and I keep doing the work. So that's I imagine the moment that I'm done, and that gives me energy.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, sounds also like a good idea. Yeah, maybe try that too, Sai. Okay, let's continue here with your shots. Far away orbit to push in, to push out. This one had a few like effects around them. Like the animation isn't too complicated, but like figuring out what's happening around her could be a bit of a challenge. So, and it's also a long shot. So I think 1 week seems good. 1 week, yes. Sai says thinking to plan a trip. Hope that helps. Yeah, that can also help. Like if you have something in the future to look forward to, and you just need to push through whatever you need to do, that's also helpful. Knees on the floor. Okay, this one. This is also a bit interesting. Like animation-wise, it could be a little bit of a challenge to really sell that contact with the floor. But it's not a too complicated shot, so I would say 3 days should be fine.
I make the knees, the whole leg for that shot.
Yeah, I mean we see her full body in a few shots, right? So I think.
Yeah.
Okay, PV blinking, hands on the floor. Okay, so this should again be pretty straightforward. Transition to memories. It's a very cool idea. Yeah, I think it's also not gonna take more than 3 days. Okay. Memories. Okay, so these memories are basically things you shoot in real life and then apply like some abstraction filters to them in editing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay, so
I don't know what to
guess-
record. I mean, who to record from?
Yeah.
And what
I mean,
is also something.
I mean, the recordings you can, I mean, you can use already recordings that you have from your past, or you, like in your daily life, like when you just see something that feels like it could connect to the story, you should just like take out your phone and film it. Maybe even like POV style, right? Because we are coming out of a POV blinking anyways, so you can just experiment with that, with just holding your phone in front of your mouth maybe, and then like interacting with stuff with your other hand. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can try out with that, and then also with the effects, like to abstract it. I think it's worth to like invest a few days to get like an interesting style with that, because it's a complete different topic than the rest of the movie. But I think it's worth to dive into, right? Like, which is more like of a video compositing and video effects. So let's just put in like 5 days for this, I would say, because it's still important to get right. Yeah?
Yes, 5 days is a good.
Okay. Next we have the memory prison. Oh, wait, Sai said he's got to sleep to fix his sleep schedule. Alright, I wish you good luck with fixing your sleep schedule. It can be pretty exhausting when that stuff is messed up. Okay, the memory prison is also really interesting, and I think also not the easiest to get right. So this honestly feels like maybe like a week at least, I would say. Like maybe a week and 2 days. What do you think?
I don't know, because I have no idea how to create that shot.
Yeah, that's part of the challenge, like
1 week
figuring
and
out.
2 days. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Then next we have her reflections around her, which is also similarly like a challenge, but I think a bit easier, because you're basically just using like creating separate renders of her, maybe with like different body motions, but it can be pretty abstract, so I don't think it's gonna take more than 1 week. Should we do like 6 days?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question. So when should I work on the head and create the body? Is it like during these days, or should I make them before? The body before? How should I make them?
I mean, the main character, you can
Exactly.
you can definitely start, or you should start on the first. I mean, the main character is the main thing you could focus on right now, next to creating the mood board for the environments. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely the first thing you should work on. What was the question?
I mean, and the shots that you're writing, I mean, the 10101 is like 6 days. So is that about the shots, or is that about the head, creating the head? Or should I create the head
Oh no.
or
Yeah, this
before
is
starting the shot?
Yeah, this is just the shots. So, because the assets, like the characters, is separate, right? So you have the protagonist girl here, which is 3 weeks of work. So basically, that is done. Like you might need for like for some shots you might need to adjust the character a little bit, but since you already finished her earlier, you shouldn't need to invest so like much time into the character creation at all for the shots themselves.
Okay, good. So I need first to start the creating the girl. That takes 3 weeks, right?
Yes, and we will do
the whole girl with the body, right?
yeah, and we will also do a timeline together afterwards to like see when you can create what and how long all of it would take. Okay, light appears. Okay, this is a bit abstract. It's a bit hard to like know exactly what we need to do here, but I would just say with the light appearing, camera shows the eyes first and the light splitting and becoming one again. I think this feels like a 4-day thing. I don't think it's too complex. Like you need to figure out like a cool way to have these lights move, but I think 4 days should be enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the dead reveal. Okay. Dead reveal. This should be pretty easy. Like if you do it like a silhouette, right? Like the dead coming forming out of like a silhouette of the cave entrance or something similar like that, or out of light. I think this could be, I mean, still a challenge to figure out creatively, but I think like around 5 days, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have the eyes crying, and this could be a bit of a challenge to like make a convincing crying animation with the head and the eyes. I think this will be a bit of a challenge because it's a very emotional and recognizable emotion and like body movements, so getting that right is probably not the easiest. And since it's also like not super smooth, it needs a lot of like small details. I think this could be a bit longer, maybe at least a week, I would say. 1 week, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe not so much. Let's just put in 1 week for now, because it's always better to plan longer, right? To like expect the worst, and then you can be happy that you get something done quicker instead of always feeling like you're behind schedule. This was not 5 hours, this was 5 days, yes. Raising hands, searching. Okay, this one is also interesting. This one also needs a lot of detail with like the hands really like searching out and the body moving. Yeah, so I would say that since this is also a pretty long sequence, like we keep coming back to this, I think this also needs a little bit more work. I'm thinking even 1.5 weeks. Yeah. Like 3 days and 4 hours, very specific. But actually, let's just remove the 4 hours. It just feels like a bit too detailed. 1 week and 3 days. Okay, after that we have that disappearing. And that... that's also interesting effect, but it's probably not too difficult. I would say like... I would say 4 days, I would say...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then we have the light breeze through her eyes, also more of an abstract shot, so I think 4 days should be fine, because there's not like too detailed animation. It's more about figuring out a cool way to show the light and the wind around her vision. have the mesmerizing light. Not super sure what you will do here. Should we just do, like, if you're just like creating kind of like a more like abstract animation with the light, maybe we can just do 3 days and you can just like experiment for those days. Okay, and finding the way out. Okay, this one is definitely a challenge and also one of the highlights of the movie, so it's definitely worth putting a bit more time in this. Since there's a lot of contact, right, like her hands like interacting with the stones and stuff, I think, and the light like slowly revealing, I think it's worth to put a lot of effort in this. I wanted to say 2 weeks, but that also sounds a bit much. Maybe it is like a 1.5 week shot. 1 week and 3 days. What do you think?
Yes, I felt so.
Okay. Okay, barefoot on the grass. Okay, and this is again already considering that the environment is already built. So this seems like a pretty easy shot. Like maybe, yeah, I mean, honestly, 2 days I think is enough for this. Okay, then we have the nature close-ups. I think it's worth to put a little bit more time into these. Maybe like taking 4 days to create a few nice nature close-up shots. Then we have this staring at the sky. This one is also interesting with like seeing like a close-up of her face. I'm honestly really excited to see how this looks. It could be really interesting. And it's also would be also really cool to add like micro movements of her face here, right? So it's not too complex of a shot, but I think it's worth to give it a lot of care. So let's say let's say 4 days, I would say. And then looking back at the cave entrance, that should be pretty easy because she's just looking at it and the camera is slowly moving. So I don't know, I would say 3 days, or maybe even 2 days, but let's say 3 just to be sure.
What about the sound effect? Where that?
Oh, you're right, yeah. We have no post-production tasks yet, so let's do that. Okay, so we went through the shots, the environments we're gonna estimate when you have a mood board. So let's create our post-production task here. Gonna close these down. Post-production, put that at the end. Pre-production we can have in the beginning, of course. Okay, post-production, let's add sound design. Editing.
The sound effect is and the voice. I mean the voice of the girl.
Yeah,
and
that's pre-production. That's here in the voice recording.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because you need the voice to animate the characters.
Oh, I didn't know that also.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
do I need the voice to edit the character?
because it's similar to how you already have it in the animatic, right? Because she's moving, right? And if you have a voice already, then it's much easier to imagine how she's moving, like what she's looking at, or like how she's doing. And you can, of course, like since we don't see her mouth moving, I think, right? Like we don't see her speaking out loud. You could also use your voice recording for animating the character, but I think it's worth to just do the voice recording session with your actress as soon as possible, so you just have it, because it just makes sense to have that already ready.
Because I was thinking to first make the shots and then get that voice recording, so that she sees, she watches it, and then she just making the voice recording. But
that's also possible. Yeah, I mean the important thing is just what you already did, like creating a temp voice recording, so you know the timing, like the rough timing on how long the shots should be and how she should like move. So what you have right now will work for the animation process, and if you prefer her delivering her lines by seeing the visuals, that's also totally possible, and also I think like in some cases a good idea. So yeah, if you want to, you can go with that.
Just because to give her that emotion, visually she can see, and then she can just produce the voice better because you see the shot.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think it depends on the actors, on the voice actors, how they prefer to do it, because like a big part of acting is imagining things, right? So some actors can also tap into much more emotional things when they imagine something from their own experience instead of seeing something someone else made. So maybe that's something you should talk about with your voice actress, like how she would prefer it, right? Like how she usually does it and what she thinks what will work better for her. Okay, sound design, editing. Usually there's also color grading, but I'm not sure. I mean, let's just put color grading in, because it's always worth to like do like a last pass on the whole edit and make sure everything fits together and looks good. So let's just do a little color grading pass here. And then that should be it. That's the basics. Sound design. Do you want to do the sound design yourself?
I'm gonna use the same website that I used for the animatic. I don't know if it was good.
I think it was fine. I mean, it wasn't mixed or balanced yet at all, of course, but I mean, do you want to do the sound design? Because I think it's a fun process, process to do.
I would like to do it myself.
Okay. It's kind of like hard for me to imagine how long it will take, because you can make a lot of detail in sound design, but you don't have to. I would just say it's worth to like maybe take like 1 week with sound design.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you say sound design, I think of something big. Or what do you mean by sound design? Because for the animatic, I just downloaded some sounds, and depending on the shot, I just downloaded several sounds.
Yeah.
And put it,
Yeah, you can get sound in a lot of different ways. Like you can, like you said, you just use already recorded sound effects, or you record your own sounds, or you even you can generate custom sounds with music software. It doesn't really matter where the sound comes from. It's just important that it fits together and that it enhances the atmosphere.
Got it.
Okay, editing. I think it should be pretty straightforward, right? Since it's always always good to take a bit of time after everything is done, and then just experiment a little bit in the editing to see if you can rearrange the things that you already created in an interesting way. So I would say let's take like 3 days for like a additional like editing session afterwards to just like
Yeah.
make it tight and experiment a few things. Okay, color grading.
Color grading. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's just kind of like making sure that
Oh,
everything
colorful.
fits together, and sometimes also creating a little bit of a special look that kind of like is on top of everything. It's usually worth it to do. So I would say maybe you don't
And
need
it's
to.
mainly for the forest, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess most of your movie doesn't have much color. It's mostly minimalistic, but yeah, mostly forest. Maybe let's just like say 1 day, so to just like experiment with it a little bit, because I don't think it's super necessary for your movie. But yeah. Okay, cool. So now we have that, and we can also calculate down here. Oh, that's a premium feature. Okay, but we can still do it manually here. So with all the tasks combined, that's like what's this? 3 weeks for 4 months, 3 weeks, and 1 week. So that's almost 5 months. Yeah, which is I think pretty close. Didn't I say when we first started talking about this? I think I said like half a year. It will take half a year, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it seems like we are pretty much on point.
But I'm just thinking about the character. Can you, the forest, can you tell me some? I don't know. I mean, you said that I start searching for some art styles, and do you mean that I should watch several like animations and
Mm-hmm.
say that, for example, this is the style that I want to work on?
Yes, exactly. Look at over the next few days, like look at a bunch of stuff that you either like remember liking, or look at some new stuff that you've never seen before, and just collect images, right? Like collect ideas and put them here on the whiteboard, and then we can figure out in what visual direction your movie should like actually go to. Yeah.
Do you have some like ideas which styles I can watch and
There's so much. There's so much stuff.
yeah.
I've been to a like an abstract animation festival yesterday night, and there were a lot of cool ideas. Like maybe if you look for abstract animation, since you already have a lot of abstract ideas in here for these shots, maybe you can like copy some ideas from there, and then we can make it your own while working on it. Let me see. Maybe they have like a playlist that you could check out. What's it called? Relentless Melt. Our community member Mitty had a movie in there. It was really cool to see it. Relentless Melt. Okay, Relentless Melt. Is there... I thought they had a website. Oh yeah, here. Oh, it just goes to their Facebook page. Okay, that's disappointing. I'm not so. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can find these movies online. But what I can always recommend is looking at the Gobelin YouTube channel. They have, it's like an animation school. Gobelin. Yeah. They do mostly 2D animation. And sometimes 3D animation, but I think there's still a lot of great inspiration here. So just like, yeah, check out this YouTube channel and the animations they're making, and maybe you'll find like cool, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll find cool visual ideas here too.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure. Okay, I think that's good for now. I would like to basically do our next session when you created a little bit of a mood board, and then we can go through the mood board, like figure out what the final art style should be, do the estimation on how long the environments will take, and then plan the whole timeline, like see when you should do what. Yeah?
Yes, thank you. And should I start with the creating the girl? I mean, I started already, but making the body and edit the head.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you know exactly how she should look like, right? Like if you have a clear visual idea.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well then I would say focus on the mood board for a little bit, and then then you might have like a clearer vision on how she should look like and how the whole movie should look like.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
All right, yeah, thank you very much. Have a great night. I'll hear you soon.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right, Viet, thank you for waiting. I would like to look at your project now. I think I already downloaded it here. Hudson 18 packed. Yes. Right, I'm gonna open it, and I'm also gonna look at your. Where is it? I'm gonna look at what you wrote about it, what you need help with. Here we go. Oh, a car. Nice. Okay, so Viet said, "Hi Calva, I'm not sure if this is the kind of thing you would normally help with, but I'm modeling my own 1926 Hudson motor car and about to try and rig the canvas roof mechanism so I can open and close the roof. I have not created a custom rig before, so I thought it might be interesting, and I would like to make use of the Calva School subscription that I got from entering the World's Next Door Challenge before it runs out. Hope you can help, let me know. I've packed all the resources into the blend file, and hopefully everything should be there." Alright, let's check it. Viet, if you like to, you can either talk to me directly with your microphone, or you can use the stream chat channel here on Discord to use text to speech. Okay, let's see. So you say you need a rig for this. I've done some custom rigging myself before, so I think I can help you with that. You're talking about this top thing here, right? Yeah. Okay, wait. How is this supposed to fold? Do you have like a reference or something? Wait, let me see if I can find a YouTube video. What was the name of this? 19 Hudson Motorcar. Let's see. Roof. The rooftop? Is there like a video where they open it? Roof open? I don't know. Oh, here maybe. Ah, okay, it all folds towards the back there. Okay, so it kind of just like folds in. Ah, okay, so all of this stuff is probably folding in. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's try. Bloodstone says, struggling to get mic or chat to work on Twitch. Are you Veet? Because you need, yeah, you can talk to me through Discord, through the Discord server, not through Twitch. Okay, so how we would do this is by, I would start by going into edit mode here and wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna separate this with divided, with the divided icon, and I'm gonna select, oh, it's already selected, okay, it's mirroring, perfect. So I've got selected these two vertices, and then with Shift S, I'm gonna put cursor to selected. Oh, because it's mirrored, it doesn't actually put it in the middle. Wait, is it? Ah, because it's a mirror modifier, okay. But that's not a problem, because we can actually move the cursor also here in view, 3D cursor, yes. And then on the y-axis it should be 0. There we go. And then I'm gonna add a new armature right here. Armature, there we go. Make local view deactivated again. And then you are okay. Bloodstone Media is Veet. Okay, yeah, just join the Discord server. Like, you can watch my screen through Discord and also talk through Discord. You don't really need to watch the Twitch live stream at all. Okay, and then what we want to do is kind of like roughly move the bone to this first part here, and then we're basically just going to create a bone for each of these elements, but they need to be connected in a way that makes sense. So I'm going to select this end of this bone here, press E to extrude it, and then with Alt P I'm going to disconnect bone. So this way it's still parented. That means if we move one bone, the other one will follow. But now I'm going to position it here where, oops. Come on, there we go. Where the other one starts. Oh, actually, I think it's worth to do a few settings here. Let's go to display as wire and also in front. So now we can really make sure we position it correctly. So I'm going to position it here at this element, and then make it all the way up here, and then repeat the same process, extrude it here, Alt P disconnect, and then we can place it again at the next element. Okay, this is a long one, and these two are actually connected, so we can just like put it here and then extrude directly from here without disconnecting it until the end. I'm doing that, but it won't turn on the mic. That's strange. I mean, it says you're muted. Did you mute yourself, or you can't turn it on? You are a student, so you should be able to use your mic. Yeah, I'm not sure. There shouldn't be anything different here. But I mean, like a temporary solution would be that you use the stream chat to talk, because then it's like a text-to-speech, which makes it easier for me to work and listen to you.
Kalber, the principal said, Edward.
Edward. Okay, so I'm gonna show you like the basics of this, and then you can finish it yourself. Okay, so we have this, and then I'm also gonna extrude one here again, disconnect this, and put this here at this element, like that. Then can we just duplicate this? Yeah, we can just duplicate this for the other element. Okay, that should be enough bones for the example. Alright, and then we go into pose mode, and you can see, if we move this one, all of them move together. Oh, actually, if you want it to be more dynamic, I think we should add one more bone here at the end to create like a IK chain. Let's just try that already and see how that works. So if I select the end bone here, and then, oh wait, something we need to change is in edit mode, Alt P, clear parent. And now it's its own bone. And then pose mode again, select the last bone with shift click on the previous bone, and then, what was it, Shift I? Yeah, Shift I to active bone. Yes, so this basically created a IK constraint, so you can see if I move this last bone now, all of the other bones are following. And what we can do now is parent each of these elements to the correct bone. So I'm gonna select this one, shift click on the bone here, go into pose mode, and then with Control P, you can just parent the object to the bone. Do the bone! And now you can see it's already moving together. So let's do that with all the elements. So I click to this one, and this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to, oops, this one to this one. And now, okay, only these things are not connected, but I will let you do those so you can experiment yourself. Okay, so you can already see we have we have a somewhat working rig here. It's not really behaving correctly right now because we need to put in some limitations. But yeah, it's doing the basics. It's kind of like trying to figure out where to go. And now how to make it work better is creating constraints. So that means, for example, we don't want this bone to go too far over, right? We want it to end where the car ends. So let's go here into bone constraints. And then here we can add limit rotation. And then we want to see kind of like what the axis of this is. That's easiest by going into local view. And then you can see that the z-axis, the blue axis here, should be limited. So let's put in a limitation. And one annoying thing is that Blender doesn't have a visual representation of the constraints built in, which is really annoying, but there is an add-on that does that. So let's just quickly get that here. Maybe it is an extension, I'm not sure. Visual, wait, here. Get extensions, constraints, visual limits. Okay, that should be it. Yes, okay. Visual limits. Okay. This shows rigid body constraints, limits and viewport. Okay, rigid body. It doesn't say about. Doesn't say anything about these. Maybe it is not for these. Bone. Oops. Bone. Okay, it doesn't have anything here. Let me do a quick Google search because it's like without that it's kind of like annoying to do. Blender bone constraints visual limits. What's the limit relation like? Is there a solution for that? Didn't gone everywhere. Wait, is it included? Do we need to activate it or something? Okay, if anyone knows this, would be really cool to hear. But I guess we just need to do it manually for now. So one thing we can do is by just pushing this. Oh, something we can do here already is limit the location because we don't want it to move left and right? So let's limit the, not copy location, sorry. Limit location and limit the Y in local space. Yes. And now it can only move in those directions. Okay, so let's move it back and then we should be able to just move this until it is correct, right? Ah, we're in world space again. Okay, we need to go local space. Nothing is happening. Oh, okay, we have something here. Yeah, without having the visual representation is kind of difficult. Okay, we're getting something here now. Okay, so this is the maximum. Okay, so I guess that worked, right? No, not yet. Okay. I'm not sure. This is not really doing what I expected it to do. It should stick pretty much. Wait, maybe this is the problem. Maybe you need to make sure the chain is the correct length. So, oh, Bloodstone says, sorry we can't chat. Discord says Chrome settings are preventing the mic and Twitch wants me to set up a user. Very frustrating, only YouTube works but with delay. Okay, that's strange. Yeah, maybe you can figure out how to fix that. Okay, we have some kind of limitation here now. Kind of confused by these limitations because it doesn't actually full on limit it. So yeah, I think the visual representation would be very useful, yeah. Because I kind of don't know what these values do here. Yeah, let me see again. Bone limits. Rectifier compatible, yes, please. Aha, that's interesting. That's an interesting add-on. Just a bit more complicated than what we need. Is this what I already saw? No. Rotation constraints. That's weird. I used to have this add-on. That's annoying. Pretty sure I had it. Yeah, but it was a while ago, but... I'm just going to disable this for now. This, okay, let's try this. So, limitation. Oh, Vit! I just heard something. Okay, okay, now it works. Okay, but does it work with the IK chain? Oh, okay, the IK just completely ignores the limitation of that bone. But that should not be... It should not be how it is. I mean, we have those limitations there for a reason. Yeah, and the limit works now, but it doesn't work together with the IK, which is unusual. I don't think I had that problem before. Okay, let's try to rig one of these here, because that's also an interesting challenge. To rig like these connection bones here. So, okay, so this thing needs to be connected to this bone and this bone. Let's see, I've never done that before, so let's just disconnect this and place it where the one side begins and then where the other ends. Yo, I can hear you, Vit. There's a bit of noise.
Fine.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Actually, let's change the representation, like how it's shown, because it takes a bit too much space. Let's do just stick. Yeah, let's just do stick. That's enough. Okay, and then again, let's parent this to this bone here. Nice. Okay. Now if we move this, that is moving. If we move this, it's moving. Okay, so this bone should basically always look into that direction. Look right there. How do we do that? Do we need like a bone there with the look at attribute? Or is this more like an inverse kinematic situation? I think this is an inverse kinematic situation. Yeah, I think so. So let's extrude this here. We have another one, and this one we could disconnect it, but then we connect it with this, keep offset. So now if we move this one will move. And now this must be an inverse kinematic chain. But only 2 bones long, right? To that bone and to that bone. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it works. It's not super obvious because the rest of the rig is moving in a weird way, but it looks like it's yeah, it looks like it's moving correctly. Yeah. Let's try the same thing with this here too, because I'm pretty interested about this right now. It's pretty cool. Let's do that. Disconnect bone. Then we place the one beginning there, the other one. Is this connected to... Okay, it's connected there somewhere.
Quite a long time to just figure out where the struts were on the actual car.
Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, I can imagine, like when you have this this rooftop here, it's hard to know how it's underneath, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what pushes what.
Yeah.
Has to rotate.
Yeah, I can imagine like building the rig to move correctly is also gonna be a challenge, I'm pretty sure. But maybe the way I did it here with the inverse kinematics is a bit over complicated. Maybe it's easier to do it a bit simpler. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Okay, so
I think it needs yeah, but I think it needs to be IK because really you only want to move the front. If you want it to operate like the real thing, you only really move the front bone on the car, and all the rest are effectively IK'd to the back.
Yeah.
So I think replicating that with IK rather than FK is the right way to look at it.
Let's see. Okay, so we have this here now. Does that work? Wait, I'm actually gonna turn the IK off here and just kind of like move this to see if it works. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it does. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, so that's working. This one, oh, because I didn't connect it yet, I think. I need to connect this mesh to this bone. Was it this one? Yes. Parent bone. Okay. And now if we move this just on one axis, here we go. That's actually working.
Yeah.
Nice. So okay, yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, we have another one there. Wait, how would this move? Because this is just a straight up triangle, so there's not really any... Yeah, this would be fixed in place, right? Like this wouldn't have any way to move.
But so you see the long bars that run down the side?
Yeah.
So there's a hinge in the middle of those. So
This one here, yeah.
yeah, so the front one of those, goes up like that. That's right.
Hmm.
Um,
It almost works.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think
almost.
like
I'm thinking I almost need to get the car out and do a film of it, a film of the roof going up, so you can visualize all the different moving parts
yeah.
they actually do.
I mean, my goal in the beginning was to just like have this one bone here that controls the whole thing, but honestly, I think it's easier to do it without the IK chain in the end, to just kind of like fold this in and then
Yeah.
fold this in, and then fold this. Yeah. Something like that. But I guess the length of the bones and stuff needs to be a bit more accurate for the mechanism to actually work. But in general, this is how you would do it, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed most of the constraint bit, trying to figure out how to get the microphone to work.
Ah, no problem. You can just rewatch the stuff later.
I will. I'll go back and have another look.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I think it's also worth to maybe even offset these bones to just make it a bit easier to see, like just like putting them where the stuff is. There's those ones too, I think. There should be another one in here, right? Ah yeah, there we go. Then just offsetting these over here, so they're a bit easier to separate from the main rig.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, but it doesn't work. Okay, no, never mind. They need to stay in the middle. Okay, man. Yeah, I think I would let you figure out the rest. Like, I think if you rewatch this, you should be able to see a few of the basic constraint things and like how I set up the IK chains here. Hopefully that helps you.
What I will going to attempt to do once the rig works is I wonder then whether I can get a cloth sim over the top of it to emulate the folds of the. Did you see that site that you went to where you saw another car with it folded back just now?
Yeah, I think I saw it here.
Well,
Yeah.
That's how it looks when it's folded back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, I'm hoping I can get a cloth sim to replicate that.
It should. Yeah, you should be able to do like it. I think it's going to be a pretty complex cloth sim, but it's doable. I think it should be doable.
Yeah. What site was that? What did you go to see that particular car?
Oh, I just I just looked on YouTube for this 1926 Hudson roof open, and then I found this. I'll send you the link of this video here in the stream chat.
Yeah, well, I know. I see the site there. I knew the guy that Jerry Wheeler. I've seen his collection. Jerry's dead now actually. But,
Oh.
Yeah, he had like 80 cars like this in a big warehouse. But,
Oh wow. A real collector, yeah.
Yeah, I took mine over to see him. He had two other Hudsons there.
Ah, okay. So you're connected with him.
Yeah, well, I did it. Back at the time. Yeah. He died a couple of years ago, but.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with this rig or this car?
I need to play with that, really. See whether I can.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe because you kind of can like see where the parts are maybe like too short or like not positioned correctly when you fold this back and it doesn't go all the way, right? I think.
Yeah, what I'm wondering, and it might be just because I've not looked properly at the hinges on the car, is you see the small control arm behind the three that are moving there that you just moved back.
A small control
Yeah,
arm, like the last one here?
just no, the one just in front of that. Yeah, the one you're hovering over right
Oh,
now.
okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
That one.
this one here.
I wonder whether that one is supposed to be connected to the one just above it. The one, there. That's right. Yeah.
I think so,
Connected.
because there's
Connected.
no.
Because then it would push. Then those other two coming up would push that back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it must be connected to another moving piece because right now it's just a rigid triangle, so
Yeah.
it must be connected to either that
Yeah, so I think it's
piece
connected
or
like
over
there.
here.
Just- No, not to there. It'll be to that one.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Or for those two, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
That one at the front and that one at the back.
Yes.
So that's the bit we're missing there.
Yeah, seems like it would make sense. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, I wish you good luck with experimenting. My friends just came back from jamming in our music studio here. They want to play video games. I'll join them in a bit. Alright, man. Yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know how you're progressing, and if you need any more help, just send it in again. Alright, see you soon, man. Bye bye.
Mamma mia, let me go.
Let me go.